Libertarianism is a political ideology. It's also a party in the United States that stresses liberty. That is freedom. That is, pretty much the idea to let people do what they want to do without much restriction. If you were to contrast it with the Democrats or the Republicans, the Democrats tend to be for social freedom, but economic constraints, and the Republicans tend to be for economic freedom, but social constraint. And libertarian is for both economic and social freedom, and then the opposite of libertarian is totalitarian or authoritarian, which is for constraint both socially and economically. When I say constraint, I mean the number of rules. An authoritarian society places rules. You can't do drugs. You can't you can't get married if you're gay. And as an entrepreneur, as a company, there's other rules in place. Whereas in for example, a capitalist society, which is for laissez-faire capitalism, which basically means, I don't think laissez-faire means, let make or let do. And it basically, I don't speak French, but it basically just, it means just let humans do what they want. If you make a business that is successful, good. If it fails, that sucks, but that's your responsibility. And it leads to a more competitive kind of society where it's just, you're responsible for how you do financially, period. Contrary to this, you have other types of populist politics where if you fail economically, financially, the government tries to basically, pay your bills. And it might be a more comfortable society to live in for everyone at the moment. But in terms of generating innovation, in terms of pushing people to when someone has a safety net, they know that. Whereas when there's no safety net, it's make or break. People tend to try harder and be more successful. And so that's an example of the economic, freedom or liberty that I was talking about. Free market capitalism, free enterprise. And then socially, libertarianism, it says, just let people live. If you're gay and you want to get married, if you want to do drugs, just do it. And if by doing drugs, you're happy, good. If by doing drugs you screw up your life, that's your decision. And if you were to take, the Republicans are all about, let us own guns without restriction. And then the Democrats are, let us do drugs without restriction. Let us get married without restriction. Libertarian is for no restriction at all. And it seems contradictory to me or hypocritical to impose certain restrictions but not others. And the difference, though, between libertarianism and downright anarchy, anarchy is total, no rules at all. Libertarianism at least protects property rights. That's to say that someone can own property and it is theft if you take it. And so that includes taking a person's life. You do not own their life, so you can't take it. It's theft. It's a crime. Whereas in anarchy, there's no rules at all. You see something you want, you just take it, and that's that. There's nothing wrong with it. So whereas libertarianism is close, fairly to anarchy compared to authoritarian governments and such. It's not all the way there. It's basically just a form of minimalistic government. It basically just says that rather than having the state, a large government body, controlling things, controlling the economy, controlling the people's decisions, you basically just leave it up to the people without getting in the way. And that's it. It's about liberty. I have a chart here somewhere that I should probably show you. It's a little roughly drawn, but it'll do. You know, as you can see, libertarianism is about maximum freedom, both social and economic. Right? It's not a very popular party in the United States right now. But my prediction is that it's going to change. I think that with the rise of the internet, the free knowledge out there, it's probably, I think it's going to be on the rise. And I guess history will determine whether this prediction turns out to be correct. Okay.